East Oakland, California. The streets hum with life kids playing basketball, corner stores buzzing with activity, and the ever tension of survival in a neighborhood. Shaped by both resilience and struggle, Jorge Martinez, 14, fresh from Mexico. He's lean, with sharp eyes that seem to take in everything at once. His Spanish is fluent, but his English is still broken, marked by an accent that sets him apart. Jorge is smart, ambitious, and fiercely protective of his family. He didn't come to America for the American dream. He came because his family needed him to survive. Jorge's father was killed in Mexico, caught in the crossfire of cartel violence. His mother, Maria, worked tirelessly to keep their family afloat. But when the threats escalated, she scraped together enough money to send Jorge to live with his uncle, Carlos, in East Oakland. Carlos isn't exactly a role model. He's a hustler who's been in and out of jail, but he's family, and he knows how to survive. Within weeks of arriving, Jorge realizes that survival in East Oakland requires more than just hard work. School feels like a dead end, and the streets offer opportunities he can't ignore. Carlos introduces him to the weed game, a world of risk, reward, and danger. Jorge starts small, selling ounces to classmates, but his ambition and street smarts quickly propel him up the ladder. By the time he's 15, he's moving pounds, earning respect and enemies in the neighborhood. Jorge is now 17, maybe 18. He's no longer just a dealer. He's a strategist. The neighborhood knows him as El Estudiante, nickname born from his quiet, observant nature and his surprising habit of reading business and history books at the local library. His crew is tight-knit, not built on fear but on loyalty and clear, fair rules. Violence is a last resort. His power comes from reliability, discretion, and smart logistics. They'll go play. Stashing cash in safe houses and mattress stacks became too risky police raids. Internal theft, the physical bulk of it. Jorge saw the problem early, through a connection his uncle Carlos made years ago, a Lebanese jeweler in San Francisco who isn't picky about paperwork. Jorge started converting profits into gold. They're compact, untraceable if handled right, and hold value globally. It's his personal off-the-books reserve bank. Now this is a direct challenge to Jorge's throne. His older rival gangster, let's call him Victor El Halcón Garcia, represents the old guard, the kind of boss who ruled through fear and tradition. He's not impressed by Jorge's gold, his Nigerians, or his Jamaican connections. He sees Jorge as a flashy upstart who needs to be reminded of his place. Victor sends Jorge a clear, brutal message. A video arrives on Jorge's phone. Teo, beaten but conscious, tied to a chair in a dimly lit room. Victor sits across from him, calmly smoking a cigar. His voice is steady, paternal almost, as he delivers his ultimatum. Victor, you've done well, niño, but this isn't your city. Pack up your gold, leave your product, and walk away, or I'll burn everything you've built and everyone you care about to the ground. Jorge's empire now rests on 3 pillars, making it incredibly resilient. 1, the supply Jamaican connection, Big Ben's consistent, high-quality product. 2, the distribution of council and city bosses, a scalable, profit-driven network. 3, the enforcement, the Oroko Guard, the insurance policy that protects the entire enterprise from internal rot and external aggression. The new reputation on the street. The whispers are even more potent. They say Jorge is untouchable. They say he has spirit soldiers who appear from the shadows. This mystique is a weapon in itself. Phase 1, the burning. Victor's operation was old school, centralized. He controlled 3 key blocks, each with a dedicated trap house and a crew of loyal, long-time soldiers. Jorge didn't just hit 1. He hit all 3 simultaneously. The takedown using Isaiah's surveillance. They pinpointed the exact times when product and cash were being moved. CJ's Nigerian enforcers provided perimeter security, ensuring no police interference. The method Jorge's own street crews, fueled by a mixture of loyalty and a promise of a huge bonus, executed the arson. They used Molotov cocktails and homemade incendiary devices. The fires were fast, hot, and symbolic. They weren't just destroying product. They were erasing Victor's legacy from the map. The aftermath. By sunrise, Victor's financial backbone was ash. His soldiers were scattered, demoralized. And many were already calling Jorge's people, looking to switch sides. The streets were buzzing. El Estudiante had just taught a masterclass in urban warfare.
Move up! Stay sharp! Copy! Watch the flanks! Push through the smoke!
Phase 2, the capture. With his empire in flames and his men fleeing, Victor was vulnerable. He went to ground in a safe house. He thought it was mistress's apartment in Alameda. Zaya had tracked his phone and the mistress's financials. The snatched CJ's team moved in the dead of night. It was a clinical operation. No alarms, no witnesses. They subdued Victor's to bodyguards with silent efficiency and took Victor without a single shot fired. The location. They brought him to the same abandoned warehouse where Jorge had confronted Viejo. The symmetry was intentional. This was now Jorge's ritual space for dethroning kings. The confrontation. Victor is forced into the steel chair. He's seething, his pride wounded more than his body. The warehouse smells of smoke, gasoline, and his own burning empire. Jorge stands before him, calm. The stacks of gold kilobers gleam in the low light. Victor spits on the floor. You think this makes you a king? You're a terrorist. A child with my Jorge, a king rules. A terrorist frightens. I'm an economist. I just devalued your assets to zero. Victor, my people will. Jorge, you have no people. You have liabilities. And then now my assets. Victor, so what now? You'll kill me? Come a legend. Jorge, killing you would be a favor. It would make you a martyr to the old way. I'm not here to kill you, Victor. I'm here to retire you.